Hi, welcome to ACS Composite. My name is Joseph, and today I'll be introducing you to our new spoiler for the rear glass of a Coupe C8 Corvette. As simple as that may sound, it's actually a mini wickered spoiler that goes on the rear edge of the centerpiece of our C8, our engine glass. So one of the eyesores or things that have always bothered me has always been the edge of this rear glass. It always looked unfinished. GM left an opening at the bottom and the grills on the side, all for heat exhaustion or extraction. But that edge always bothered me. So it was something that didn't look right to me looking from the rear or the top. I had a tint film installed on it and that edge was never perfectly right. I understand it's a really hard edge or zero axis edge. And to me, this is the answer. So basically, it's a small wickered spoiler, wickers on the two sides, complementing rear spoiler wickers, complementing also the bezel on the car. So here we have a carbon flash trim bezel, standard on all C8 Corvettes. We've matched it the same color and with the same design elements. We'll notice it sits right on the edge. It also has a drainage system in the center to allow the water to get out as you wash it or drive it in the rain. And most importantly, I think really finishes off the rear end of it. The installation process for the rear spoiler for the Coupe class is very simple. It basically self-locates onto the glass. It's got pre-installed double-sided tape on the back side and a void in the center. The void in the center is actually done for water drainage. The installation is relatively simple. A trial fit is always in order, so basically we just familiarize ourselves how the part gets located. And the part itself locates using these body features here. So this one here are gonna lock into this trim bezel. So depending how the glass is installed on the car, we've seen a big variance left to right. Mine is favoring that side, but we're basically installing it relative to this panel here. And as I trial fit it, I don't have much adjustment. That's where it goes. So we're gonna start the preparation process. I've laid out all my items needed for the install, which is not much, but obviously I'm protecting the surface of the car, so I've put some detailing cloth on the hatch, on the spoiler, so I don't scratch it as I lean over. I'm prepping this surface here. So if you've used products like Rain-X, basically water repellents, those are also anti-adhesion repellent or resistant to it. So I want to make sure I remove any of these waxes or ceramic coatings in that area. I'm using an alcohol solution. And I'm trying to basically strip any chemicals in this area. Rub it several times with a clean area of the rag, just so you don't smudge or smear around that ceramic coating or waxes you may have on it. All right. Next is our adhesion promoter. Since we're using double-sided tape, we want to basically add insurance to it. The adhesion promoter is a catalyst. So what it does, it chemically reacts with this double-sided tape, much like when you're using an A and B glue. This will activate it and make it cure a little faster and stronger. It gets applied onto the area and we let it evaporate. I'm going to cover up under the glass. As you get it out of the package, you'll notice there's a lot of liquid in it. It's a small spoiler, so I don't need to use it all, so I'm actually squeezing some of it out. It actually could stain the paint. That's why I'm sliding my cloth underneath, and I'm using the affected area to put the promoter on it. The adhesion promoter needs to evaporate, so I'm actually stalling a couple of seconds. And as we notice, as I put the cloth underneath, one of the main reasons we developed the spoiler was to cover up our window tint film on my rear glass. So as I look here, you could really see that this had to be hand trimmed and really an eyesore. It always bothered me. As great as they tried to do it, the techs just don't have access to it. So you can notice it's unparalleled. That's always bothered me, hence why we made this cover. We used the opportunity to basically enhance it and give that glass a finished edge. So this whole area here has always looked unfinished to me. And this is really gonna fix that. I see it evaporated, so we're good to go for the install. Obviously we peel our tape. As I go in now to install it, I'm not gonna drop it on. I really wanna reference these two tabs here. And now I know I'm at the right spot. I gently start to press the sides, putting my hand under the glass. The tape is on the two sides. That's where I apply the most pressure. It takes a good 30 seconds of pressure for that double-sided tape to start acting and bonding. It's really dependent on the temperature and the humidity also, so it pays to press a little longer and be patient. You really don't want this falling off, but with the adhesion promoter and following all the right steps or precautions, it'll be there for a lifetime. There you have it, the install is complete. We have an integrated rear glass spoiler for the C8 Coupe. Obviously this will not fit a convertible since there's no glass, but I think this is a really nice add-on. And a really nice look from the rear and the top view. That's my favorite view actually. We'll notice the glass spoiler is matching our Speedtail and our New Zeal 6 spoiler, so it's got the same enhanced side wickers and a recessed lower surface matching this one here. So it's got a lot of detail into it, which I think really make it stand out and make it that much more special. Hope you're enjoying our final side view of the rear spoiler for the C8 Coupe. The whole piece complementing and wrapping everything together. So on this particular car, I did my rear intake ports, my mini spoiler for the rear glass, and my New Zeal 6 spoiler. Do feel free to leave comments below, subscribe, there's a lot more items on it. We're intrigued, we want to know what you think of our setup, our layout. What would you do? Is there anything more you'd like to see on this car? The best way to do it is subscribe below, and we'll see you next time.